In this video, we're going to talk about leadership and decision making and how they go hand in hand. So leadership and decision making, why do they go hand in hand? Well, we have to be able to make decisions for our organization and for those that follow us to be able to move forward. That's why in leadership we have to be able to make decisions. And unfortunately we can't make a lot of the decisions in a vacuum. But we also cannot get into analysis paralysis where we're just constantly just going, wait, need more information, need more information, need more information, and wait for all that information to come in. You're never going to have 100% of the information. You're going to have to be able to make decisions based off of the facts that you have. And I like to say you got to have at least 70 to 80% of the data before you make a decision. Making a decision without any data is ill-advised. Having advisors will also help us make better decisions. So, when we're in leadership, we definitely need to be able to make good decisions. Well, how does that look? What does that mean? Well, we need to have a way to bring in that data, so we have to have teams to gather up that data so we can go and start moving forward. And finding those team members that can give us that data, which is kind of like having those advisors, like an advisory board, where they can bring in data from engineering, from finance, from the logistics team, the operations team, all these different areas. We need to get the information and the input before we go and just make a decision, especially when the value keeps going up. I mean, you get multi-million-dollar business transactions, you're gonna have to have some real good information before we can move forward. And so when we want to lead the organization forward, we need to be able to gather that information with our teams and make that decision and execute. And now, just because you made a decision and it wasn't successful doesn't mean you're sunk. Navy SEALs have a topic they call fail forward fast. It means move forward, adjust, move forward, adjust, move forward, adjust. That means take those steps. You can recorrect, but you got to be able to take those steps. That analysis paralysis will delay you and you won't move forward. So how do we go and get all this information and move forward and make the right decision? Well, we have to know what we stand for, what our organization is all about. If we're a telecoms communication, we're really not going to be focused in on selling paper clips and getting into the paperclip manufacturing, right? We need to understand our core. What are our values? What's our mission? How are we successful? And then we can start planning on how we move forward once we get all this data in to understand the data and make the decision to move forward, which way we're going to move forward. We need to pull all that information and understand where we stand and where we want to go. By knowing that, we're going to be able to make better decisions. And having the right kind of team around us is going to make us more successful. That's right. The better the people around us, the better off we're going to be to make a decision, to move forward. Could you imagine the President of the United States not having an advisory board and deciding, you know what, today I have control over the world, I could send nuclear weapons to go blow up anybody? Well, they have advisors to understand what's going on and to say, you know what, probably a bad idea at this point to go and do that, starting nuclear war with another country. We need to understand what's going on and have those people that will speak into us. And a lot of times you should have somebody that does not align with you to be kind of your devil's advocate. And I know devil's advocate sounds bad, but it's actually the person to say, here's your values, here's my values, here's what I see differently. It helps us with blind spots. A lot of people in leadership have blind spots. Spots where they don't see the issues that others might see, and by asking those questions to other people that can speak into us, we'll be able to be successful. So, set up a good team, get the information, know what you stand for, and that's a good recipe for success. If you have any more questions on this, feel free to reach out. Contact information is below. If this video is helpful, hit like, share, subscribe, send it to somebody you think it might benefit. That's why I do these videos, to help you. We'll see you next time.